The Selma to Montgomery March is something that is mythic, but people tend to forget that was all about getting people the right to vote. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 is the culmination of perseverance, commitment, and people who gave their lives so that other people would have that right to vote.
At every turn, anti-democratic forces are striving to achieve illegitimate, unearned power, and they're doing so at the expense of communities of color.
Especially in the South.
My family has been in Alabama for almost as long as Alabama has been a state. And yet it was only until 1965 that my parents' generation was able to vote. But having the right to vote and having equal and fair representation is not exactly the same thing.
The surprise decision on voting rights, finding that Alabama's congressional maps are unfair to black voters.
The Milligan decision was incredibly impactful.
The United States Supreme Court made the determination that the Voting Rights Act of 1965, Section 2, had been violated and ordered the Alabama legislature to redraw the state lines.
Not only did the decision result in a new congressional district in Alabama where black voters will have the opportunity to elect candidates of their choice, the decision resulted in new maps in Louisiana and Georgia as well, each state gaining an additional black opportunity district.
For Alabama, black voters, for the first time in many years, are going to have the ability to elect a member to Congress of their choice.
The Alabama state legislature reacted in a way that we saw their predecessors react, almost in a way of defying the federal courts.
Fortunately, with the Milligan decision, this is the first time that the people and the citizens of the state of Alabama will have fair representation.
While it's important to celebrate the progress that we've made, we have to acknowledge this fight is far from complete.
Black folks do everything that we have to do, stand in line for 3 or 4 hours in order to vote. But why should that be the case?
Democracy is not a game. You need to do democracy.
Our work is not yet done. There is still a lot that we have to work on.
We are committed to leading the fight for a more representative democracy.
We are the cavalry.
We are the cavalry.
We are the cavalry.
Join us by going to democraticredistricting.com.